garage, every sweet shop, every newsagent, every sports shop. I mean, anywhere would have videos. Revolver Video was this seedy little store up in the kind of back stair thing. It was just a little room.
It was very much a working class thing, the video industry back in those days.
They were just run by entrepreneurs, local business people, seeing a bit of a gap in the market, pile of tapes. It wasn't standardised, it wasn't homogenised, it was just all individualistic.
Garage near us that we used to go and get petrol from. And we used to refer to the guy, who was an Indian guy, and he just had this massive, mad beard and mad eyes. So that was always known to us as Rasputin.
I knew a lot of the video dealers back in those days, and there were guys who, you know, they might have been running a used car lot. They were the Arthur Dailies of their time.
There are a lot of cowboys in video at the moment. It's sorting itself out. Once it has, I think it will just be normal.
Cowboys, dude. Cowboys, dude. That's what it is. That's what it is in that industry. It's so funny. How you doing, cowboy?
The VHS revolution.
Partner? What a partner.
This country. It wasn't like there were recognizable companies like, Warner, the Universal, and the labels. There was these distributors that they were operating out of a caravan and God knows where. Everything was so potentially seedy.
The companies that were buying the films, half the time didn't even know what they were buying. Quality control went out the window, which sounds bad if you're worried about quality, but from the point of view of somebody who loves trash movies as well, thank God quality control went out the window, because some insane movies came in that would never have got a release otherwise.
Nothing will prepare you for the horror.
Hey, Catherine. How you doing, Catherine?
My experience of horror has been watching Cameron.
Cheers.
And suddenly you're looking at these titles that are on the shelves of
I just made a sale, Catherine, a sheep sale. I just made a sale.
Something about the box.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, this guy, I've seen him around before. You're lazy today? Oh, it's good to be lazy sometimes. It's a Sunday. It's okay. It's good to be lazy sometimes. I mean, look, I was lazy too. I only made one sale. I could have tried to get more, kind of fleece them and pull the wool over their eyes a little bit more and get a little bit more into the bag of wool, but I just let them go. You know what I mean? I just let them go at one win. One win was good enough for today. He'll be back. See, he did like a you pick 4 for me type thing, and then I had to price it out, picking 4. Probably $5 buy-in on each one of those many years ago, so I paid to store it and everything. $5 buy-in. I went for 32 for 4 pieces. What's that, about 8 each, right? So there you go. 8 each. Seems to work for me. It seems to work for me. And he'll be back. You had a great time with your sister? You had swordfish, asparagus, mac and cheese, and fruit. Oh, okay. I'm not big on mac and cheese, but even if I had asparagus, though, maybe I just throw it in there. Because I'll eat mac and cheese if I can throw, like, I don't know, like a green into it, like spinach or Rob or whatever. Greens. I like greens. I love salad. Like, that's absolutely one of my things. Salad is one of my things. Tacos are my main thing, but salad's pretty good. Oh, truffle? Oh, wow, okay. That's tasty. Yeah, that truffle oil is good, huh? Truffle. Somebody said something about me being a little bit higher class. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Because I mentioned Broccoli Rob. He's like, you don't generally... I'm like, dude, my dad's from Philadelphia, man. That's what the vegetarians eat. You know what I mean? Spinach and steak. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like in Philadelphia, they use the frozen spinach blocks, the real cheap spinach, and they chop it up and they put garlic powder and seasoning and they make it just like cheesesteaks. But it's the vegetarian, so to speak, version. You know what I mean? It's not really strictly vegetarian, is it? But hey, who cares? I'm just saying, like, so I grew up with that not because I'm in any way high class. That's not why I know Broccoli or Rob. It's because well, from the Northeast.
Yeah, their ads were always, can you watch
Spinach is so good.
Wow, that was good.
Uh-oh.
The customers will be coming in, going every week saying, "Oh, have you got anything
Sorry about
really
that.
horrible?
No,
Have you got
sorry.
anything more extreme, more gruesome," which actually worked against him.
Yeah, so this guy, he had a good idea, and he'll be back.
Born out by what was
He'll be back.
inside. I think he had people really not see where this was going to end. It was that packaging of the material that was causing as much disgust in some ways as what was in the material. Eventually, after a couple of
Was
years,
that a fly? No, I farted. I farted. Well, maybe there was a fly. There's lots of flies
decided that they
out there.
would replace the video.
But no, I farted.
VCR.
First game was there.
Sorry.
Down. It was for the social
Drank a lot of beer
As part
yesterday.
of this drive, we certainly the BPA and the majors were in favour of cleaning up the industry's appearance.
Did it sound like a fly?
A bit much, really. Of the
There probably are. There's probably flies, and there's also. It's time for a couple of what do you call them, wasps to come around, and some of them belong, some of them don't. You know, I can't see them because my back is to them, and the light is so bright I can't see them.
When you put a video ahead.
There was no censorship, effectively. And many of these films that were cut and banned were released intact.
The complete, unexpurgated, unedited, uncensored version.
And therefore you could have children
Man.
use this material.
It doesn't seem
But yeah, that was a fun experiment, and I made a sale.
This is
That's what you got to do, make a sale.
school children are up to. They're
Yesterday I did
teaching
cassettes, and it was just one guy again, but I sold him like 7.
stream of video nasties. What sort of age ranges have you heard, or do you
A little bit. Oh, not too much. They don't bother me that much, but a little bit. They'll get trapped. They'll get trapped in my cloth or something, you know, in my clothes.
Entirely, like, it was a mixture of
But not too much.
and,
I've had ones that were pretty painful, but that's when I was like a kid. I don't like drink a lot of sugary stuff. They like sugary people. They'll go for the easy one first.
This kind of thrill of the forbidden.
Oh, there's so much hash. I love it. So much hash. Yeah, I've been stung, but now I get them. I get them with my nails. I knock them right in the head. I'm real good at it. I'm real good at their patterns. It's almost like a kung fu type thing where you try to see what do they call it when they're projecting their moves. Telegraphing. When they're telegraphing their moves, like I know the pattern a little bit, so I can like reverse telegraph them. And I get them right on the nail, doom, and they knock their little heads, and then they go out there stunned, and they don't find their way back right away. They don't die like that, but they get knocked out. I guess they got some kind of little brain in there. What up?
And if he's jumped and the cushion fell off,
Nah, you're all good, man.
considered a geek. And what makes me laugh about that is some of the horrendous things we were watching on the screen, and yet we were still children enough to put things on our heads.
my closest friends at the time were a little bit older than me, and it was very much their kind of appetite to go and watch the horror movies, so I kind of went along with them. And I think the first one that they showed me was Zombie Flesh Eaters, and I remember I was terrified when I was watching it.
Yeah, they don't bother me first, man. They go for all the people with the sugar in their blood. It's attractive. I'm spicy, you know, and spicy is a repellent. Oh man, I've been eating very spicy food the past 3 days for sure. Very spicy food. I finished it up last night. The rest of the red hot sauce, you know, scorpion level, man, really hot.
I haven't seen it since, and it's kind of one of the things I don't want to see again. Not because it's appalling or anything like that, but because it might ruin the effect that I remember it having on me at the time, which was, it terrified me, it appalled me.
Oh boy.
At that age as well, you totally look past the idea that it's not a very well-made film.
You come from an evil place. Here's a tip from an evil New Yorker.
I remember being in a video shop. There was an old lady, a real, little old lady in front of me, and she was saying, "I think I'm going to have a horror. I'll take this one," and picked up I Spit in Your Grave. And you just think, what a strange night she's going to have. You know, what a culture shock that's going to be.
Certainly for me, huge.
What's up, Big Dave? How you doing, man?
At the time,
Good afternoon, man.
became
Cheers.
part of the whole video party thing.
It's a lazy Sunday, man. Catherine said she's being lazy.
Has replaced the camera.
She had a party time yesterday hanging out with her sister, so now she's being lazy. I said that's acceptable, man. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing good. I just went, I use the Whatnot app for auctions. That's what I do now. Like, really, that's my job. So I just went over there. I made one sale, but it was a bundle sale, so I'm all good. I was like there for a half hour. That dude, he'll be back. He wanted to try something, so he's like put 3 or 4 together that you think I might like type thing. He's trying to expand the stuff that he listens to. We're selling records, so he'll be back. He'll enjoy it, man, and he'll be back. You know, I didn't know they had rules about smoking and whatever, you know. So, yeah, I got busted a couple times, and so we try to be cool, and so I do different things. So this time I did everything like this. Let's see. How can I do this there? I just did everything like switch camera like this, and hey, what's up, Lynn? And then I just showed records one at a time type thing. Got a sale going on. You fucking love me, Lynn. That's your problem. You love me, Lynn. Damn, don't hurt yourself. You love me.
Well, we knew that something was going to happen because
that's just your way of showing your emotions, because you're a little bit immature, I think. You're just a little bit immature. That's the way you're showing that you love me. Just a little immature. That's how little kids play sometimes. What's up with you, Lynn? Why don't you have a positive day instead of dwelling in that negativity, huh?
So in other words, it would cost that distributor a lot of money to actually.
I have a friend named Lynn. He's a man, and he's super tall. That's his name, just like yours, Lynn, I believe. Yeah, he's so tall. He's one of my people, man. He's really awesome. He's a cool guy, man. He's a good dad. I like that. I like good dads too. I appreciate him. Token on gelato ice cream. That sounds good, man. I'm running out, but I got hash, so.
Was withdrawn, and then it was re-released in a heavily cut version.
Jerry, I know, Jerry. I know Jerry doesn't like me. I know, but see, that's your problem, not mine. See, your man is your problem, not mine. And the problem is, you know, you could just leave, and then he won't be all upset, you know. So you're kind of in love, and that's the problem here. You know what I mean? You could just leave, and then Jerry doesn't have to get all mad. But you're in love, so Lynn, just come back tomorrow or something, all right? We'll make you a moderator, huh? Come back tomorrow. Peace. Say hi to Jerry.
Ever since the late 60s, there have been a growing number of campaigners against what they saw as the dangerous increase.
Sorry, Dave. They got these little pests coming around.
New battle in an old war.
What I hope all this debate will do, will put the pressure where it needs to go.
White House, of course, hadn't even heard of video.
I can only entertain so much of it, you know.
About to release Cannibal Holocaust. Sent it a copy of it.
It's okay. There's either content or context. Either one will work.
It's unbelievable. It's horrible.
Ah, Holocausto Cannibal. Holocausto Cannibal is on. Hell yes. I love it. Still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go.
Today, people want sensations. The more you rape their senses, the happier they are.
I feel Mary Whitehouse was doing a good job, actually, because she was bringing to attention things that the general public just weren't aware of.
I bet you because I love you, baby. I'm working 9 to 5.
See anything that she ranted against?
I have never seen the video listing. I wouldn't. I have far too.
How can you judge on video?
Oh, you've seen them. I actually don't need to see visually. What I know is in that.
Yeah. Girls chained up in the basement, make baby girl. Sacrifice need to be made, you know I will. On the stars I'll see tonight, or on the pilgrims on my night. Girls chained up in the basement, make a baby's girl. It's so funny. They're gonna fucking blow it up when they go on tour. They're gonna blow it up. Girls remember the basement. They're not gonna play anywhere near here.
wasn't something
Sacrifice to me, man, no I
Mrs.
will.
Thatcher and Mrs. Whitehouse, both kind of petty bourgeois moralists personified, absolutely made for each other.
Thatcher being in power for the tide was turning against her. At the same time, the great campaign claims they made that they were going to be the ones who were going to control crime were coming apart at the seams. There'd been the Toxteth riot. There'd been the Brixton riot.
There was a huge amount of unrest in society. According to Maggie Thatcher, community no longer existed. There was mass unemployment. There was the violence of the Falklands War.
All these things were compounding. And they needed something where they could stand as the moral stalwarts.
Margaret Thatcher didn't get dug into it, but she did tend to sort of take Mary Whitehouse's view rather more than the majority of people would.
I would go and discuss with Mary Whitehouse what we were going to do and how we were going to deal with it.
And of course, she was very fortunate in that she had natural allies.
What's going on, y'all? Please click those likes. Nobody has, man. Well, according to that, nobody has. Fudge. Damn, man.
Always been very strident.
Don't be so hard on me now. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. I mean, nah, Josh chilling.
Increasing public concern about the proliferation of these kinds of videos has been fueled by a powerful
Girls ain't no one about my barbecue. Let's talk about it. No, I would do. Let's start to see tonight.
Well, first of all, one that appeared on the inside of the Daily Mail, which showed a television screen. And leaning over the back is the figure of Satan. And it was that figure of devilry, that figure of Satanism, of the fear of something supernatural taking over.
There was no need for them. They were unnecessary. And they were evil. You know, we actually use that word.
This is a cool doc, but they have these original segments that they made, you know, these insert shots, and they're all really awesome to me, very artistic. What's his name? David Gregory, maybe? David Gregory, who runs the Severin films. I love Severin. They're really good. I just buy the DVDs. I'm not into Blu-rays. Never been into Blu-rays. I have some because some shit just comes like that. But
we're not sure what caused
pain in the ass.
But it could have been caused either by video nasties or a new moon. And you think,
girls stand up in the bed with my baby.
It was that sense of this bizarre way video nasties could now explain every evil in society. They could explain riots, they could explain deviation, they could explain child abuse, they could explain rising crime, all kinds of crime. Video nasties were a general purpose explanation of moral decline.
It wasn't an explanation, far from it.
And if these things have a harmful influence on our society as a whole, then it needs to be, constrained. And I approached a magazine that had been going in called New Society. It was a kind of social workerish magazine with political interest in where is society going. And I said, would they be interested in an article about the video nasties? And they said, yeah, okay. But they said, we do require you to talk about some of the films themselves. And at that point, I'd only just got hold of my first couple. So one of the ones I got hold of was I Spit on Your Grave. So I wrote an article for them, and I really should have known better. They set me up because they published my article under the headline, How Nasty Are the Video Nasties? Front page, big dramatic drawing. You can imagine what happened. My wife tells the story. I was at work, she was at home. My work phone never stopped ringing. My home telephone never stopped ringing, as just about every single television station, radio station, national, regional, and local newspaper rang up with insistent stories saying, you can't be saying this. How dare you say something like this? How could you possibly mean this? And it got so bad that my wife took the phone off the hook, and I eventually persuaded the switchboard at work to take no further calls because I just couldn't do any work. And this went on for 3 days solid, because I was the only person willing to say anything outside the consensus.
And it would be true to say that the respectable papers, i.e. the Guardian, I'm saying because I was on it, didn't actually do much to counter this. Because they had a kind of a non-conformist conscience, which was also shocked by these things a bit. So those who were supposed to mount defense didn't do their job. And I can remember thinking at the time that the argument for these films, or against having them censored, put it that way, was not put properly.
When it got that bad, I had a choice. Either I could go down my rabbit hole and say, sorry, I didn't really mean this, I'm really embarrassed about this. Mum, dad, wife, children, didn't mean it. Or I could do which I'm more inclined to do, which is to say, all right, you bastard, I'm going to see what's really going on here. And to be honest, although it was really scary, and I don't want to understate that, it was very frightening at times, I decided to carry on.
All of this panic, the moral panic and the sense of uncleanliness that surrounds the idea of video nasties, the idea of contagion. It's the same rhetoric that the right-leaning newspapers use for just about everything that they take against. You know, this notion of contagion, whether it's from immigration or from images, you know, and it's all born of a kind of a British island mentality that thinks that you can somehow draw a line around your identity, and then having done that, you build a walled community out of yourself, and then you become incredibly paranoid about the war from Greece. Just fucking nonsense. So it was
that was to be man, you know that I will.
Wanted to see really whether any of these films could be successfully prosecuted under the Obscene Publications Act, which hitherto had only been used against sex, against pornography.
I led the campaign to bring films into the Obscene Publications Act because it's a test of harm, of harmful influence. And the Obscene Publications Act says that anything which has a tendency to deprave and corrupt, which means to make people morally bad in a serious way.
They only relate to violence, and it's violence for violence sake that the police are opposed to.
And we went out and seized the videos from various companies.
In 1982, under the Obscene Publications Act, police seized 22,000 cassettes in the metropolitan area alone.
These are the cassettes, Filler, Killer, and Death Trap. The first 2 of the so-called video nasties to be withdrawn from distribution.
Whoa, sorry, dude. I'm like right up in your face and shit. Hold on. I'm gonna drop the whole damn thing though, because I'm feeling particularly electrical,
A solicitor for the Director
so to
of
speak.
Public Prosecutions called the material an extravaganza of violence, capable of depraving and corrupting those who watched it.
Once we had secured a conviction of them, we would take them for destruction in an incinerator at Edmonton. I or my inspector would have to go personally and certify that it had been burnt in front of us.
It was close to book burning. I was surprised there wasn't any kind of video burning ceremonies going on.
Once it was then shown that the Obscene Publications Act did apply to violence, then the DPP began compiling a list of films, and this really became known as the kind of, the video nasties list.
A list of titles that he felt were so obscene that they would be the kind of titles a jury might find obscene in a court, Section 2 titles, but also he had another secondary list of titles where he was perhaps not confident that a jury would find against them, but where there was material in the works that went beyond the normal accepted BBFC standard. And so those titles he added to a second list of so-called Section 3 videos.
Section 3 could be heard at the Magistrates' Court, but not Section 1 and Section 2 of the Obscene Publications Act.
In the case of Section 3 work, what would happen in practice is the police would see that the shot was stuck in, for example, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was one of the titles on the supplementary list of less
And even though Texas Chainsaw Massacre wasn't a video nasty, it was almost the poster boy for it, you know, because what a brilliant name.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After you stop screaming, you'll start talking about it.
So that would mean that that film always had this tarnished image and this sort of aura around it of being unacceptable.
The thing that the video nasties did was provide every horror fan who clearly wasn't probably into horror with a list of must-see titles.
We would have all the forces throughout the country phoning us up about the list. And of course, the list was only one developed through our relationship with the Director of Public Prosecutions.
He wasn't too keen to make that list widely available.
Oh man, I gotta order fucking spray, dude. Like immediately.
Instructions not to publish this list. This list should not be distributed under any circumstances. It was all very cagey. In fact, it took a while before the BBFC got hold of it to get out of the list. People often think, wrongly, that the BBFC must have played some hand in it in advising the DPP what to put on the list. In fact, that was not true at all.
We would go to the great big warehouses and take thousands and thousands and thousands of copies. And of course, this was the problem. They would seize hundreds of videos, and then they'd have to watch them for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, however long it was. There's no shortcutting on it at all.
So what happened was people would have their entire stock taken away. And then, I mean, even people said, well, just because it says on the label that this is family, there's no proof that it's not hardcore porn on the tape.
You've got to view the whole material. And that is time consuming. They get vastly paid for overtime.
By doing what?
And they'd enjoy themselves to no end, and it was a lot cozier.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
And the police stations up and down the country in the early days of the Thatcher era were full of coppers watching horror movies.
It such was the exterior that they'd be out looking for anything that they could possibly bust under the Obscene Publications Act because it was seen as an easy nick.
The classic example, I think, here would be the Samuel Fuller war film, the big red one, which was thought to be some kind of pornographic movie.
The best story that I heard from that time was that they were going to see a film called Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Come on, partner.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
We made mistakes because of the sheer volume that suddenly started to arrive in the country.
You know, I love all those stories of, you know, apocalypse now getting taken off the shelves, and they're just absolute, you know, the police having no idea what they're looking for.
It was just, you know, complete confusion. People had no idea what was on the ban list from 1 week to the next. You know, a film on the list 1 week was taken off a week after, and back on a week after that, depending on where it had been successfully prosecuted.
The retailers, for a long time, had no clear idea of what they could and could not safely stock.
But it's to the everyday high street shop that we've got to look at.
The police have raided many video shops in the past months.
Crazy.
But I can absolutely just remember watching the news and realizing that this is the first time in my life that I'm part of something that actually now is illegal.
Because then when people started getting arrested, that's when it started really getting worrisome.
Stephen Taylor was the first video dealer to be actually prosecuted under Section 2 of the Act.
But it must have been a terrifying experience for a respectable independent businessman to be visited by a porn squad.
And I'd rather be the first than the second. The second might get a 6-month prison sentence.
Because these films went before magistrates and judges and juries too in some cases, who knew next to nothing about films and nothing at all about modern horror films, it wasn't particularly surprising that on many occasions, well not on all occasions, the films were found guilty. That of course only seemed to justify their place on the DPP's famous list.
And I was looking at the news going, I don't actually agree with that decision in the law. And being someone who's old enough to suddenly at that moment you go, actually police policy there is wrong, because I know that what I'm doing I don't think is going to hurt me. And when you're a 13-year-old, you obviously don't fully know, but you get a sense that actually we watch these films, we laugh about how gross they were, and mostly those films are rubbish.
The DPP stepped up its campaign against the video nasties to take in not only the retailers but also the distributors of the film.
And David Hamilton Grant was tried as a under the Obscene Publications Act.
Prepare yourself for the most intensely shocking motion picture of our time.
In a damaged brain.
It wasn't, alas, a very good film. And this is the problem with sensitive presentations. They're never very good examples of material.
No one can help you.
Listen to me, George. It's only a dream. If dreams can't hurt you.
I had a great deal of difficulty getting film critics to come and stand up for David Hamilton Grant for the sensitive. Eventually, I twisted the arm of Derek Malcolm, and it was really a very common procedure. I was then assaulted with the gardens of Philip highly respected. And in I went, man in the dirty neck almost. But we had an incredibly hostile judge. I was going to hide into nothing. Not only the jury, but also the judge. And so when I asked Derek, putting a look across, what do you say about the cinematographic note of this film? Which I said was a...
What's going on, Anthony? Cheers, man. Not much today, man. I just went and made one little sale, that's all. But it was a bundle little thing. So I just took care of one guy today, one guy yesterday. They'll be back. They both just got a bundle. Simple things, but putting my feet in the right place, man. Me too, man. I just smoked 2 joints. I mean, this time I'll just roll up some tobacco, man. This time it'll just be some tobacco.
For releasing a version that was actually slightly longer than the BBC episode.
Because I'm definitely coasting on that, man. I mean, well, there's a lot of hash in there. Yeah, I'm getting the money, but that's not a lot of money. I couldn't even do the math because, like, yeah, my brain is preoccupied. I couldn't even do the math, but this is not a lot of money, but this is making good clients, you know, making good clients. They'll be back, you know what I mean? Experimentalists. The guy, you know, putting a bundle together meant, well, for the first guy, it meant whatever was in front of me and, you know, paring it down. For the second guy, it kind of meant, you know, make a choice for me. He was like, you know, I'm trying to expand my listening. So I'm like, well, what do you want? You said 3 or 4. That was your idea. Let's do the 4. That way we can go as far as we want, as far as impact, like spread out the cloth, you know, so it covered different areas of him. He'll be back. That's the point. He'll be back. So the next time it'll be him, the other guy, and another guy all in there at the same time. Therefore, the money will triple just having our foot in just for one show, you know. That's how an hour goes, man. If you get, you know, you get an hour and a half in, I think I'll do all right. You know, usually when I put an hour and a half in, I do totally fine. Like, real good day. You know? Real good day.
Stephen King, author of
Just to put an hour and a half in, different specialties. So, I mean, it's like, dude, people will show up. It's the wrong category. They have no interest today. You know, I can't do anything for them. You know, I can only juggle one set at a time. I can only juggle one set of whatever it is. You know, whether it be bowling balls or balloons, right? Knives or burritos. Really doesn't matter. Burritos would be good because they're soft. It'd be hard to catch without breaking, right? Juggling burritos without breaking them. I think I'll get them toasted first, though, a little bit of toast on them. Wait, we just got these weird sessions that we recorded. Weird shit that we do when you're bored. And I'm always fucking bored. Yo, what's going on, Bud Files? Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro.
And, you know, like Felix Dennis and others, they are there. Occasionally you get someone who says, this is enough, I'm not going to put up with this. I was
Creepy.
The lesson of the story was not how to put film censorship into the hands of policemen under the threat of prosecution. It's just sad.
But by now, one has to say that Parliament became interesting. Parliament in the shape of people like Graham Brown.
Parliamentary colleague, I told you that he was very friendly with Mary Whitehouse. She was a campaign.
What's going on? What's going on? Hell yeah, man. Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. I'm taking it easy. It's a lazy Sunday, I swear. I got some things to do, but I'll do them leisurely. I'll do them leisurely.
And I said to him that I was taking the interest.
Chipping away.
Get back in again. We'll do something about it. Yeah, so that was just an absolute chance.
Mary Whitehouse in particular launched a campaign against it. She created a compilation of the most violent scenes from the so-called video nasties, which was taken out of context.
Mary Whitehouse held video screenings of film meetings during the Tory party conference.
And so the lobbying campaign was to tell MPs that the public is concerned about this matter. You've got to legislate. Here's a bill. Please support it.
Obviously, the video industry was highly developed at that time. I remember there were pictures of me in video shops. So
Yeah, bud. I hope your whole family's doing well, man.
You what you want. I remember my brother saying that going to the video, he stood aside. We suddenly spotted this. He said, "What was Uncle Graham?" He was like, "Be quiet." Because, you know, at the time, they were trying to go with the villain.
And so Graham Bright said, yes, I'll introduce a bill. Private members bill if I get the opportunity.
Well, you can go through government, but then you have to go to Congress. But a private member's bill can take the same rights, though. It's always assured that you have the support of the House.
And surprise, surprise, I won number one place in the private members bill. We had a draw, and so whatever I had, there was a very good chance of getting through. And I had to decide what I wanted to do. Now, I've always been very keen on protecting young people.
They had this thing where they were trying to protect children, but what were they trying to protect children from? They thought the whole generation was going to become serial killers.
There's footage actually of the MP Graham Bright in the 1980s talking about research that was being done into video nasties.
I believe that research is taking place in the youth. So we not only protect young people, but I believe they protect adults as well.
Now, this thing is clearly barking, if you'll excuse the pun. But of course, one of the problems, again, with what Bright is saying is that he's saying there's current research being undertaken which will prove wheelchair. So essentially, he's saying this research is still ongoing, but I know that the outcome will be.
These will not only protect young people, but I believe they protect adults as well.
That these videos
You know, I realize that for most things,
there's also the point, of course,
I could wrap them in a Goodwill bag, one of those really heavy-duty bags. People could reuse them, and it wouldn't cost me but $1. So, in comparison to like odd-shaped boxes or like trying to cram VHS in, because that's what I have to do. I'll fill up a box, and there'll be like one more VHS, and I'll have to make it like a rider. It'll have to ride on the box. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I could just wrap all that up in one of those Goodwill bags, and that's only $1. What's going on, Smokey? Just making business decisions, you know what I mean? Got my little business book out, you know what I mean? Like, making business decisions, man. What are you doing? I'm chilling. Just had like 2 major joints with a bunch of hash, so I'm smoked, man. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not liquid smoke. It's real. That's what I realized. I realized that that's when the flavors that they try to make start going bad, whether they're sweet or not. Because Teasy picked up a hickory, or not a hickory, a maple flavored Spam and asked, huh? And I said, nah, man. I said, there's Spam is great, but there's 2 of them that aren't, hickory and the maple. And I think the maple, they almost try to make like a fish glaze, but that shit ain't fish, man. And then as far as the other one, the hickory and all that, It's when they put the liquid smoke that the flavor starts to go bad for me. Shoot, I'd rather have something 0 of that and just put it away and eat it tomorrow and just get bacteria to grow on it in the fridge type, you know what I mean? Good shit, right? More flavor and also good for your body, you know what I mean? So I'd rather do that. But anyway, that's not even, I'm just talking about, like, let's call this dirty curing, right? I can dirty cure. I know how to dirty cure things. It's a skill you pick up in the scrap yard, right? You know, you're picking up scraps, you know, so you figure this shit out, right? One. Backyard engineer one. Backyard engineer one. Let's roll up another. Let's roll up another. I worked in a recycle center for like 3 years. I have to tell you that. I could just have whatever I wanted. Like, do you need a new drill? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. You know what I mean? But your neighbor could say they want a new drill. I might get one today, I might get one tomorrow, but I will get you one. You know, every fucking thing comes through. And they're like, oh, listen, you know, help me unload my truck. And then they're, you know, then they harass you, they grab your legs and stuff. But anyway, the consequence of which is they're like, oh, please, this is way too good to throw away. And we were in a certain one where they didn't have a too good to throw away section. We didn't have a storage section for the public. So we did throw away or take home or split up or whatever. All day. All day. We didn't get paid hardly anything, but that didn't matter, did it? Huh? What up, man? We didn't need to get paid anything. You know what I mean? I got a mattress, put it on top of my car, took it home, had a bed. I have a little school desk that's lightweight. But I had the opportunity to get a whole fucking like British school wardrobe closet. You know, desk and little hanger hook. Every freaking thing. What's up, CB? Give me a hand. That's all. That's all. Now get out of here. Yep, eventually those guys in a 3-pack, whoever they are, and revolving 3 packs of those guys that I can make a one at a time connection with that first time, they'll come back. And there'll be 3 of them there, and that'll make the day. That'll make the freaking day, you know? To the level I can handle. Specialize. Be irreplaceable, obviously. Be irreplaceable, obviously. Duh. Oh, I got a peat pile already today. No, man, it's a spleef. It's mixed, man. We got the We got the spinner in, man. We got the spinner in. Damn it. There's my bad hands, bro. These would be my keepers. For now. This one's the rich kids. The rich kids. This one's from Maryland. John Merritt from Maryland. This one's from Portland. Obituaries, Portland. This is Cleveland. You can see 216. Just the cover. Ha ha ha. Virginia. Jarhead. The Wombats. I believe they're from Australia and shit. The Wombats. Electric Light Orchestra. Showdown. Electric Light Orchestra on the Third Day era. On the Third Day album single, you know. Enigma. I always do Enigma. I'm fascinated by Enigma, actually. I'm absolutely always in with Enigma. Firing Squad. I mean, I got 2 of these here. I got 3 of these here, but this one I don't think I want to sell, and the other one I don't. Give Us Stab or Give Us Death. Mystic. What do you call them now? Radiation Records Repro. This one I have to cover a little. It's a guy. So he's no Tatas, but Hybrid Children. They're from way foreign area. Finland. They're Finnish. Finland. This one is so good. I have 2. And then we go back to Maryland. Swank. So we go back to Maryland with Swanks, and these are all keeps. I can't get rid of these. This box, I didn't want to do it, but this box. And this is absolutely my favorite record in the world. But this is the one that is duct tape. This is the duct tape edition.
Sanely as I was capable. 5 tenths of the audience. There is an issue.
Sprinkle, 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 little stars, sprinkle, sprinkle, da 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 da, Arizona, da 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 da, sprinkle, sprinkle, little friends. How you doing, Nobby? Hey. There's the other Hybrid Children. Finish. No.
And that's more terrible than being VR by taking form and showing the House of Commons. I kind of like Holocaust and I spit on your grave when my videos went for 1 news this afternoon. I said, so if you want to move, please speak. No one should be doing this.
I had to part again. Jeez.
What was the MP's reactions to what you showed them?
I think they were horrified by what they saw.
There was a parliament in CDC. We actually saw people eating live monkeys.
When Dad had no name. Catching the girl in the silver spoon. Little boy, morning. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. Get a day. No, we'll have a good time then.
Concerned with the implications for some communities.
These people get no stimulus at all, no food at all, and certainly have no toilets at all. This is put a position in life into your life and spoil something which should only be very good for you. Oh goodness.
What about the intention to do to get what I call flexible vaccine that situation then no longer occurs because the police now have open powers to do a whole range of things to keep their communities.
So from my point of view, it was a welcome piece of legislation.
And one of the key things I had to do was to get the on site, actually genuinely here.
Getting interesting around here. Getting fucking interesting. These one all fit.
Still very young MP in those days. It's on the statute book, it's there, you can't take it away.
Keep.
When they were hurriedly trying to get the feedback on the statue, you didn't think that they would be possible for that might be more likely
Oh.
the whole point of the law is that everybody is supposed to abide by it. The law makes
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry, that's just that human bit. Still human. Still gotta go.
Don't you think it's dreadful these kind of films are available on video? And I said, well, I don't know if you're aware, but it's also showing on Sky Movies. Merc Tudowski.
What's going on, Mr. Six? I'm sorting through records, keep records. Like Melanie, I got 2 Melanies right here. Those are keep records, you know what I mean? Some say I got angels, some say I got devil, but you know what I mean? Fucking Melanie, dude. Oh, I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. Yeah. So that's keep shit. So I'm making, you know, I'm just sorting. I got MDC, Ian, King of the Pit, no friend to you and me. Ian, watch out for that tree. Where they're yelling about that, you know, dead guy. Fascist type. Yo, this is my favorite Genesis record ever. See, it's called Spot the Pigeon. It's got the song Match of the Day. The Match of the Day song is about watching footy on TV, right? You must be blind, ref. I've been absolutely excellent. I mean, I'm sorting records because I sold records, right? So, yeah. March of the Day is the only way. That's my shit right there. That's keep. What's this GLC? New York City. Yo, check this, dude. Rut. Meow. Rut. Meow. Look at this shit, bro. Ooh. I've been doing great, man. I've been doing great. What we got on Casablanca? Oh, it's Parliament, of course. Keep. Rick Springfield, yeah, keep. Peter Pan is a keep. Vault Records is a keep. It's gonna be a cool night. Is a keep. It's gonna be a cool night. Who's that by, Six? Tell me who Cool Night is by, huh? I'm gonna verify it, bro. What's the guy's name? Who did? It's gonna be a cool night. I can't show it because I'll give it away. 7, 5, 4, 3. Okay, I'll tell you who it is. It's Paul Davis. Paul Davis, Cool Night. So that's a keeper for me. And yeah. It's gonna be. It's Paul Davis. Oh, Missing Persons. I'm gonna sell it because I got the 4-track one. Turn Pale, I'm gonna sell it. It's a good one. Radar, I'm gonna sell it. And then these are just patches. Leonard Part 6, I'm gonna sell it. Pac-Man Fever, I'm going to keep it. Los Serenos, Cockpits, I'm gonna keep it. Partners in Grind, I'm going to sell it. Dude, where'd you buy them? On Whatnot? We got Baby Love by Regina. That's me. Okay, Robert Palmer. What Robert Palmer we got? Bad Case of Loving You. And Love Can Run Faster. We'll get rid of that. I don't need that. All right, we got A and B. Dude, I think this is, yeah, okay. This one is, I cannot read it. This one is, I cannot read it. This one I have to keep. It's White Flag. What's up, Senate? All the White Flag and Pink Cross and all that shit is in here. The Warren Commission, I will keep. And because I know I have another one. This one I will sell. Your New Friend, I will keep. This one, whoops. This one I will sell. This one I will sell. This one I will keep. 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 This one I will reluctantly sell. This one I will sell. This one I will keep. This one I will keep. This one I reluctantly sell. This one I do keep. This one I keep. What we got here? Cool in the Gang I keep. War I keep. Oh, Cool in the Gang needs something. All right. Got War On, yes, I keep. I'm gonna have to move my box because wait a minute, room. Alright, here we go. Here we got some box here. Sold. Rivals, I keep. Rivals, I keep. La Bomba, I keep. Philadelphia, I keep. Man Parade, I keep. The Pimps, Wika Chica, I sell. Revenge, I keep. And the Resonators, I sell. And Spitting Bullets, I keep. Done. Done. It's dyeing your pee-pee blue, the urine actually part, or the stick? The stick or the urine? That's what I figured you were saying. Sprinkle, sprinkle, little star, Arizona's perfect star. Sprinkle, sprinkle, little star. And love flame. Yeah, I kind of understood you, man. Hold on, man. I can put them in alphabetical order. All right, let's see. Seriously, I can alphabetize. Glasses. T. Right on, man. Right on. Come on, tweets. I want to see it, man. I want to see it. Well, I mean, you guys probably have already eaten some of it. Maybe you go live when you get do a mail unboxing type thing, you know? Okay. All right. Cool. It's a Starburst, or it's a Starburst taffy. What is that? Google says yes. Well, I wouldn't know that one. Have to agree with Google on it. Recapitulation. HIJK-LMNO. HIJK-LMNO. Saboteurs, it is. How's it going, Aaron? Just sorting through records. It's going real good, man. Doing fine. What do we got here? I don't know what this one's called. Okay, it says Kangaroo Records. Okay, so it's just Kangaroo Records. Done. These are in alphabetical order now. How you doing? I just put these in alphabetical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. About 104. It's about 104. You're around to down those, or you're about to down those bacon wrapped mushrooms you're cooking? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that sounds good. Sounds like Drunk You Can Cook or something. That's about 104. Drunk You Can Cook. Which one's the oldest? In this, well, that's not my keep pack. I mean, things that are the oldest, they're as old as me. You know what I mean? They're just the same age as me, basically. Let's see, I'll pull one. This one. That's as old as me. This one's 1979. 79. But this is not my keep. Those 100 are for sale, Evie. My keep box is here. I'll show you. 2 pieces. Here's my keep box. 2 pieces. Right here. 1. This one's from Maryland. That's why. This one is very foreign. I got to cover it a little bit. But it's really good. And I have 2 of those. And then this one is... Oh, it's Showdown Electric Light Orchestra. That's my favorite Electric Light Orchestra album. This one's Enigma. I'm very obsessed with Enigma singles. I really love Enigma. Government Issue, they're from Maryland. They're from Maryland, this is why. Firing Squad is very, very good. And this is the demo one. I got one for sale. I got one that I put out there and bought back. Wombats, this is really great. And it's Australian, like folk stuff. This is from Virginia. Very fun to play with, friends of ours. This is from Portland. And it's Monica Nelson. This stuff is just like, there's no way getting rid of any of that. This is also from Maryland, John Merritt. So these are keeps. This one is, I keep forgetting, but I know. Oh, it's the Rich Kids. I gave away a Rich Kids LP, but this one's a single. This one is Shonen Knife from Japan, the best. This one's the other Hybrid Children. I decided I was going to keep that too. This one is DOA from Canada. I got 2 of those in here. This one is Bliard, the record. You know what I mean? This one is Dead Kennedys, Kill the Poor. And this one is, oh, it's Harry Chapin. Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon. Little Boy Blue and the Man on the Moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. Here's L7 covers. And it's like on Shitlist Records, so I'm sure it's kind of a boot, but this is for me to keep, you know what I'm saying? This one I just sold one of, but this one is mine. You'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on. And this one is Small Town. It's actually before my buddy John joined, but it's really good. Germs Forever, baby. First one, Sex Boy. You know what I'm saying? The Shirks, because, you know, kind of friendly with them from back in the day. Definite Choice. Classic as heck. Vile Tones, what a classic song. There is no way to get around that. It's too classic. Necros, I mean, I'd probably sell this later, but it's a boot as well, you know what I mean? But yeah, these are all commercial art. White Flag, anything, this is a White Flag split. Anything White Flag, I'm not likely to sell. at all. New York Relics are really cool. They always have been, you know what I mean? Firing Squad is, again, that one that I was saying I won't get rid of at least the other copy. This is a good one, you know. Yeah, they're just commercial art. Commercial art's just pictures with words on it. It just turns out that, you know, these independent people, they really know how to put words on pictures, you know what I mean? So it's beautiful stuff, really, you know what I mean? These are limited edition. If you go get a pig tattoo, like a pig tattoo, they'll let you in all their shows for free, stuff like that. You know, this band, they made it kind of look like Nervous Breakdown, and you know what? It sounds really good too. These are keepers. I told them they could buy this, but I was like, you'll be lucky. Look, that's commercial art, right? I told them they could buy it, and I said, you'd be lucky, nobody bought it. Look at how they did this. They did this with pen, you see? That's why I took the record out of it a long time ago, because I didn't want to mess up this art. This is beautiful. You know what I mean? These are little tiny ones. These are 7 inches. These are, you know, they're not 45s mostly, but these are just indie 7s. 7s are easy to put into a purse, you know what I mean? So it's a good show item. It's a good on-the-table item. So where were we at? Yeah. This one, yeah. This one's probably pretty old, too. I don't remember it. I'll show you one that's one of the coolest to me. Hold on. One of the coolest to me, I'll show you. Easy. Since I can't really show the front of this, even though it's a guy, here's the dudes on the back. Yeah, they're from all the way in Finland. They're Finnish, but they're so good. So, hang on. Now, this one is unbelievable. See, Don Bowles, he says, yeah, that's a cute picture of me. Nope, that's not our band. I'm like, bullshit. You know, something's going on there. He lies, you know, and he's my buddy, but he lied about that, okay? So I like that, because that's interesting to me. This one, man, just brings back memories. This one was like the beginning of an era for this type of music. You know what I'm saying? This one was literally the beginning of an era. This one's Maryland. You know, I'll keep that. This one I'll probably sell later, but I sold one today, so I wanted to listen to the other one. This one, I need to keep one copy, but I know I got more than one copy. So this one is a repress, and I really like this, and I'm really tired of the rest of their music, so I sold their albums. So I'd rather just keep this one single. It'll be so much better that way, you know? Yeah, look at that. That is cool art, right? Look at that art. Yeah, I told them I'd sell them this too, but not anymore. They had one shot. I'm telling you, they had one shot at that. This I will sell later. But I'm going to listen to it first. Anything Lila's, right? Lila's? Fuck no. Lila's, I didn't know who they were. I just bought them from an indie distributor, and they have, see how she's ice skating? They're holiday records. This one's like Christmas, and the other one's Halloween. It's got a little candy bag theme cover. It's insane. This is so good, and the music is insane. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, if everybody in the room, like just 4 or 5 people, they all made the agreement. They're like, this is going to sound sweet. Nobody's leading the show. They're just all 4 of them are like, this is going to sound sweet. And I just found them. I'll never get rid of these things. Never. Hello. Went and saw that with my mom. But I don't want to make a comment because I hate the title sequence. I think they should have left it down. This one, I don't know what it's called because it's so foreign. I just call it War because I look at it and that's what I think of as war. And it's really good music, you know what I mean? This one is really good. I didn't know anything about them either. But shoot, they sure did write a lot. So they wrote a lot about themselves. It's a gold record. It's a gold record, and it's limited and numbered 16 out of 50. So there's only 50 of them. There's only 50. I'm gonna keep it because I like the music. And there's only 50 of them. Where am I gonna find another one, you know? If somebody has another one, they're either not gonna give it to me or they're gonna say it costs so much. More of this Canadian DOA. I believe Chuck Biscuits plays on that. You know what I mean? Yeah, 50 is pretty low numbers, yeah. This is awesome. This is more modern, that's why it's so awesome. I know some of these people. Yep. This one, it's because it's an area compilation. They're so much better, and people don't know about them because they're the other bands in the area, you know? Not everybody in the neighborhood makes it, but they all have the same art level and they all respect each other until somebody makes it, you know. But the other 4 bands, what about them? So that's why I don't like to get rid of stuff like this, because it's really good, let's say, history. This is my favorite record in the world. This is my favorite record in the world. It's also from Maryland, but this is the this one is the duct tape edition. You see, this is the duct tape edition. I'm gonna get this moon tattooed here. This moon. It's from the Book of Lies. I'm gonna get it right here. But this is the duct tape edition. If you want to play this, you got to peel the duct tape off of one side, put it on the other side, then put it back in the middle, and then you play one side, and then you take it off again, and then you do it again, you know? Yeah, well, I'm getting that butterfly, so I'm going to have that, have the butterfly, then I'm going to have some, it's a resembling lightning, but symbolic, you know, because Sarah created it, so it's very unique, you know what I mean? But yeah, the duct tape edition. Thankfully, I have more than one edition, right? French. I think he just recently passed away. That's Brian James of The Damned. I love this album, and a lot of his solos are actually really good. Dripping Lips and stuff. This is older than me by a year, Evie. 1 year older than me, okay? And it's yellow. And so is the LP, but I like the LP. See, it's a banana. So, but the LP I sold. But yeah, that one is 1 year older than me. So it's pretty old. This one is also Maryland. You had to go get it at the show. So there's only 100 of these. And there's 2 bands. So that means there's only 50, right? Because their fans are split. This is a band that came from New York to Virginia, back to New York, I believe. And they're just fantastic. I'll never get rid of that. My first tattoo, I was 13. I did it. 13. And this is my newest. This one's from the summer. Yeah, I did it. They saw it when it was little, and I was like, you know what? Let me finish with them. This is a band we always played with that is one of the best. And this is a full record by them. It's not a split. That's very rare because they were always working with other people. This is also one show, you know, record right here. So if you didn't go to the show, you didn't get it. You know what I mean? If you didn't go to the show, you didn't get it. This one is like from Japan, I believe, but it's really good. They're wild. They play some wild stuff. This one's interesting, and as it is the Warren Commission, it has like a conspiracy element to it. I'm just not done with it. This is another white flag. I told you I'm not. Bill Bartell was a friend of mine, okay? He passed away. They just put out his movie. I will never get rid of his white flag shit. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, maybe my extras, but come on, man. This is one of my favorites. It is Baby Love, my baby love. I can't get rid of that. This is Cockpit. I'm keeping it for now. Pretty interesting, sort of sleazy rockabilly girl band. This is Pac-Man Fever. I don't think I'll get rid of that either. This one will be New York City. Let's see. This one is, Gonna Be a Cool Night. Yeah. By the firelight, gonna be a cool night. And that's by Paul Davis. And I need that, you know. And this is a Volt, anything Volt and something like that I'm keeping. This is Peter Pan. Of course I'm keeping some of my Disney shit and all, or nursery rhymes of Disney. This is Rick Springfield. I usually keep that except I have extras. This is Parliament, you know, I'll keep that for sure. This is a postcard that I got in the 80s. I got this postcard in the 80s. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. You know what I mean? The postcard that I got in the 80s. This is my favorite Genesis album or record ever. It's a 33 top out, and it's got my favorite song, Match of the Day. It's about watching footy. The match of the day is the only way to spend your Saturday. And then yelling at the TV, you must be blind, ref. He's on the line, ref, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It's the best one ever. And this is Ian, King of the Pit, no friend to you and me. This is them singing a song about this dude dying and being like, you know what I mean? It's my favorite shit, too. This is Melanie, and this is Melanie. And I love Melanie, okay? Some say I've got angel. Some say I got devil. But I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You know, Melanie is my shit. I wish I could remember her last name. This one is the Damned Records. What is it, number 1 or number 3? I think it's Damned Records number 1. My sister brought these back from the UK in her suitcase. This one always gets, all my Toyas get reactions. People don't know what to make of it. People don't know what to make of Toya, but I do. And that's why it's in my keep pile. This one I'll totally sell. I just want to listen to it one more time. I don't really like them that much. This one is one of the best songs ever by The Last. What the hell? LA Explosion. Yeah, LA Explosion. Yeah, I won't say the other side's name, actually. This one's a Bullet Boots. It probably sucks. So let me listen to it and find out, how bad it sucks before, whatever. It might be one of the good ones, but I don't know by looking. This is Pink Cross, which is also, affiliated with Red Cross and White Flag. That's not going anywhere. This is the Goons. Before, this was a show copy as well. So here's the table buy, because there was no cover yet. The Goons, $3. If we sobered up, we'd kill you. And it didn't have a cover yet, so it came with later a photocopy one. And this one, yeah, I would never get rid of this. Disco Inferno, yeah, I love that one. You know what, then? I say I got that Electric Light Orchestra in there. You should listen to them a little bit. You should listen to them. You'll like it. Youth Gone Mad, I have at least 3 copies of this, but this one has show flyer in it. So I'm keeping the show flyer one, It's a show flyer, and I believe it's got handwritten stuff. This is just one of the best songs ever, I want to know what you're feeling. There are some things you can't hide. I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. And then you just think it's a little simple song, and then it breaks. And it's got this orchestration, and you're like, whoa. Yeah, these are my keepers. This one's a compilation, again, from that Pig Records company, and they're just so cool. There's this song on there about making moonshine and shit. This is the Mystic #1. Mystic is one of my favorite labels that ever existed for so many reasons, but that's a #1. And they sold it to me all beat up, but it's mine. This one, my buddy gives me all of his dirty fingers. This one is Girl to Fuck and She's a Slut. Girl to Fuck and She's a Slut, see? More art, more high art. He says a whole lot of ass and a little bit of class. Aspect of 4. It's completely as independent as you can get. This one's got all the boys on it. See how many fucking people are on there? All the boys are on it. This one, nobody in the world sounds like them. This one, nobody in the world sounds like them. This one, nobody in the world sounds like them. And this is when my old friend from like when I was 3 years old was the drummer. This one's another Tony, Dirty Fingers. Yeah, it's the same old She's a Slut, Girl to Fuck. This one's awesome too. Look, it's like chemistry, but the music is really interesting and atmospheric. This one is, Sammy Smith. Now, what's the song? Oh, The Letter. Yeah. Well, she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without you. And this is Susie and the Banshees. I mean, why would I get rid of an original one? But, yeah, I just wouldn't, you know what I mean? We got Bobby Gentry, Mississippi Delta. We got this one that when somebody was making it when they were making the cut for a fucking jukebox, they cut it twice. I don't know what was on their brain, but look at this record. They were trying to make the cut for a jukebox, and they fucking cut it twice. I mean, what was on their brain? So yeah, I kind of got to keep that, you know what I mean? How do you make a mistake like that? Do you do this one first and you're like, well, that isn't right. Let me do it right the next time. Like, which one do you do first, So I kind of got to keep that just because what the hell, So Frank Sinatra, the reason I got this one is because it's got Young at Heart. That's why. It's got Young at Heart on it. I don't even like Frank Sinatra that much, but he does it sometimes. He does it. The Clerics I'm going to listen to at least a few more times. Gruff was this band that we kind of like fought outside of clubs all the time, like just back and forth, like because they were like real political and shit, and I was like a scumbag, and so I would get in their face and fuck with them. I love them though. I fucking love them. You know what I mean? So I'd never get rid of that either. But we used to fight so much, and it was so funny. It was so funny. This one's really good too. I never knew this one before, and it's quite old. So I don't know, man. This one I just haven't heard. I got to get through this. I think this is a local comp too. Like I said, I like to hear those side bands. This band, I don't know why they got like a wanted poster, or not wanted, but a missing boy. This is their friend, they say, and they say he's missing. I don't know why it's on there, but I don't know what's wrong with these kids, but they're insane. Like their music sounds like, I don't know, like kids in elementary school, like, and they're like, oh, go play with the art supplies, and they're like, cool, and they're like, well, we're gonna make music with them though, and they're like, ding 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 dong ding, you know what I mean? Like they're like, yeah, we'll play with the art supplies, but we're gonna make music with them. This is a Jeff Dahl. I don't know, man. People always ask me, so I probably will give up some of those. I don't really care for them that much. This is a Virginia band that was really interesting and different. You know? This is Tony again with his sleazy stuff. Only perverts play rock and roll. No action and hard candy. Well, I won't say that other word. This is a really old one too. Yeah, so it's got a lot of interesting bands on it. This one I'm new to, but I really like. And then this one I haven't heard yet. So that's what I came across to keep. I spent the day doing that. I mean, not the day, but I spent this last hour or so. Because the hour before that, I made one sale. But, you know, he wanted me to expand his horizons. So he said, will you pick 3 or 4? And I said, sure, let's go with 4. That way I'll get the widest coverage. And he's like, I'm usually listening to a certain kind of music. I'm trying to transition. I was like, well, these will be a little over the map. And then I only warned him and asked him about one. And he said, no. And it's the same way with me. You know, somebody will be like that. And I'll be like, no, I don't want any Elton John, thank you. Or something. You know what I mean? They'll try to put in one that I'm like, no. Like, that's the last thing I want. Or I have all of theirs. You know, one or the other problem. Who's the biggest thing? Anybody. Everybody. I mean, probably back in the day, it would have been like freaking Madonna, Vanilla Ice, New Kids on the Block. These people had more fans than Justin Bieber, and there was less people on Earth. But they sold tickets for months. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, they would sell the tickets like 3 months ahead, and you have to wait in line for the tickets. And then you got like 3 months worth of shows to plan all of a sudden, you know? There's no way on the day of the show, there's no way everybody's going to show up. They're going to be like, I have car trouble, my sister's sick, I'm hungry. You know, they'll just go somewhere else if they have to pay at the door. But if you make them get it 3 months ahead, they have no choice, and they have to plan the whole next 3 months. So while they're standing in line, you give them the calendar that says, here's what's up for the next month. You know, and then they tell you, then when they cut out flyers, they cut out everything. Because we would go to different clubs and pass out flyers. But when they cut out flyers, it wasn't even fun. Because the part of the fun of the flyer is, hey, we're also going to talk to you on the street like a gang. You know what I mean? From out of nowhere. You don't know us, you know what I mean? Now we're going to talk to you on the street. This is fun, you know what I mean? This is interesting. Things can happen, you know. Once that was dead, it was all dead. But no, the real artists, like back in those days, the ones that had like huge production teams. I mean, when NWA and fucking, what's his name? Andrew Dice Clay, when people like that came through, they had more people there than now. You know what I mean? Like, because now they have tribute bands, like we said yesterday, you know. So, different world. And then here, we got the Nissan Pavilion. Now it's called Jiffy Lube Live. And I worked there for, I don't know, 6 or 7 seasons, right? I worked there selling beer outside. Worked there in the sort of VIP lounge before. Worked there up in beer tents and that. And everybody came through. I mean, Ozzy came through, and Slipknot came through. You know, they had a lot. Marilyn Manson had a lot of people when he came through. You know what I mean? Like, everybody could fill the place, and it's the largest one on the East Coast. It's the largest, like, amphitheater out here, so they can fill it. We give away like 3,000 tickets, but that ain't nothing. Like the gate people, they have friends that they can give away, you know, like 300-400 tickets, depending on who they are. You know what I mean? But it hits like the 3,000 mark. It ain't nothing. It's not a 1%. You love the Dope Show song? I love that album. That album was nominated for a Grammy and it lost. But it's because it's kind of ugly, right? Because the same year, that really kind of interesting album from fucking, that was real funky one. Because the first one was like a real dry metal and hip hop, but metal instruments playing a hip hop structure, metal implements. So the first Rage Against the Machine. But the Evil Empire, that same year, Marilyn and you know, they had Omega and the Mechanical Animals, Filthy, whatever it's called, I don't know what it is. Mechanical Animals, yeah, Mechanical Animals, and both of those were nominated for Grammys, and they both lost. You know what I mean? But they were awesome, and music really sucked right back then. It really sucked. all I would be able to do is like, okay, I got the 2 things that came out last week. I don't really like them. Let me go look and see if there's another deicide. You know what I mean? It's like there's nothing else to do. The top 2 songs by Marilyn. I'm pretty weird, like, because my favorite song is actually the. So I like what I'd like to say is yeah, okay, my favorite song is easy. It's the remix. Okay. No, it's the live version. Have you ever seen the Remix and Repent disc? So it's called Remix and Repent. They got remix and then they got live tracks. So they got the live version of what is that song? Oh, Tourniquet. Tourniquet. So there's a live version of Tourniquet. Look that up. Tourniquet live, Marilyn Manson remix and Repent. That's my favorite song. That's easy to say because that one's awesome and it's live, you know. But the way that they perform it is much better than the way that they recorded it. Because all that stuff, like the Worm trilogy or soliloquy or whatever, the Worm part of Antichrist Superstar was the really best stuff musically, but it was all one person essentially. Like, you know, he's playing everything, you know, and then he quit, you know, and they hate each other, right? But it was like his fucking thing, you know, Twiggy, bro. So Twiggy really kind of played everything. Marilyn would be like, I play guitar, because there'd be a guitar that went like, oh, oh, you know what I mean? Like he really cannot play guitar, man. He had a guitar go, oh, oh, and they sampled it. But yeah, I don't like the production on that thing at all, man. Yeah, the Beautiful People is cool. As far as that, okay, for that one, that period, Disposable Teens. Disposable Teens is my favorite from that one. Yeah, the Beautiful People and Disposable Teens is in it's in the shot of Blair Witch 2. Yeah, Blair Witch 2, The Book of Shadows. They go and they're going over like it's a helicopter shot where they go over the stuff. Where disposable teens, where disposable teens. But I really like Tourniquet. I gotta go because I gotta go get something to drink. I apologize to say, but it's been almost 2 hours. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. At least I put all those records in one box, and now I got an empty box. See you later. It has been fun. I'll see you.